There, my name is Wolf Larson. I'm the author of Capitalism Sucks. And today I want to talk about a rather unpleasant subject: terrorism. The fact of the matter is that the biggest terrorist on the planet is the American government. Think of all of the innocent civilians that have died in Iraq and Afghanistan. Think of those predator drones up in the skies bombing innocent families in Afghanistan and in Pakistan. Bush was a terrorist, and Barack Obama is also a terrorist. Just like the American war machine unleashed terror upon the Vietnamese people, the American war machine under Barack Obama is currently unleashing a war of terror against the people of Afghanistan and Pakistan. And right now, as I speak, Barack Obama is threatening Iran with war. You can bet that right now the people of Iran are very nervous. Now, it makes us uncomfortable perhaps that Iran may or may not be building a nuclear bomb. But the Bush administration said that Iraq was building a nuclear bomb. And look at how that went. Look how many innocent people died in Iraq. And now Barack Obama wants to do the same thing to Iran that George Bush and Barack Obama did to Iraq. And the other thing is, Iran may feel like it needs to defend itself. Israel is an aggressive nation. The Israeli government is very aggressive. The Israeli government has the nuclear bomb. And the United States has more nuclear bombs than any other country on the planet. The U.S. government has the dubious distinction of being the only country on the planet that has used the atomic bomb. And make no bones about it, what the U.S. government did to the people of Hiroshima and Nagasaki was nothing less than mass terrorism. I've been to the Peace Museum in Hiroshima, and what my four eyes saw, it was horrible. Okay? What happened in Hiroshima, what the American government did in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that was terrorism. Okay? When I talk about terrorism, it's not just that the American war machine is making terrorism abroad. Our government is making terrorism. The American government is making terrorism against the American people. The American people are nervous. Okay? There's been the Patriot Act. There's the war on drugs. There's some new legislation called, it's now a law signed by Barack Obama, called NDAA. It gives the U.S. military the permission to indefinitely detain Americans without a trial. All they have to do is say, you're a terrorist, and they can throw you in jail indefinitely. No lawyer, no trial, nothing. Think about Guantanamo Bay. There'll be Guantanamo Bay prisons all over the country. And then there's another bill, also signed by Barack Obama, called H.R. 347. It basically is an attack upon our First Amendment rights to protest. Okay? Then you have the militarization of police departments throughout the country. They're already starting to deploy predator drones. You know, like the predator drones in Afghanistan and Pakistan that are killing innocent people over there? They're putting predator drones on the border of Mexico and the United States. I read on Yahoo News that there's a police department in Florida that now has one. How long before they put predator drones over the skies of America? How long before they start killing Americans with predator drones? Oh, wait a minute. They already killed an American with a predator drone. That's correct. The Obama administration murdered an American in cold blood without so much as a trial using a Predator drone in the Middle East. And when you think of terrorism, think of the terror of many American people. Think of the terror they feel when they wonder how they're going to pay their mortgage because they lost their job and the banksters are foreclosing on their homes. Think of the terror they feel when they think about living out on the cold, out on the street. And when you have people suffering from cancer and the terror they feel when they find out the insurance company doesn't want to pay a lot of their medical bills. The terror they feel when they're denied medical treatment by the insurance companies. And when a cancer patient is denied medical treatment because of the insurance companies don't want to pay it or because they can't afford their copayment, that's basically a death sentence for that person suffering from cancer. And think of the terror of a young black man in the final moments of his life when he's facing policemen pointing guns at him. The black people in our country have suffered 4 centuries of brutal, racist terror. Working class people, regardless of if they are white or black or brown, are terrorized on the picket line because the same police officers that are shooting minority youth down in cold blood are the same police officers that are attacking picket lines of white, brown, and black workers. Okay? Think of the terror that many of the American people feel about their future. Okay? So terror comes in all forms. And I'd have to say that the biggest terrorist in the world lives in the White House, regardless if he is a Republican or a Democrat. The biggest terrorists are the privileged 0.1% of the population. Not 1%, the 0.1% of the population that's taking away our homes, that's taking away our jobs, that's taking away taxpayers' money in endless bailouts. It's the rich people, the politicians, the police. They are terrorizing the American people. Okay? When they're not terrorizing the people of Iraq and Afghanistan and Pakistan, when they're not threatening other countries like Iran and terrorizing them, they're terrorizing the American people. Increasingly, we are living in a police state. 1 out of every 4 persons in jail in the world is in jail in the United States. So let us understand that the biggest terrorists in the world live in the White House. The biggest terrorists in the world work on Capitol Hill. Okay? The biggest terrorists in the world are those banksters stealing American homes, are those police officers attacking Occupy protesters, shooting youth in the back, and attacking blue-collar workers on the picket line. The police are the terrorists. Have a nice day. Goodbye. I'm Wolf Larson. I'm the author of Capitalism Sucks. Bye-bye.